because when they assemble the motors, they use like a moly grease to help coat all the bearings and everything inside of it.
So this is the 2024 model year I was telling you guys about just now. This one is the sale here. Civic Sports, and a bunch of, they got the red, they got the grays, they got the silvers, they got the blacks. All right, I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 3.
All right, hold on.
All right,
Go for it.
3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's episode I'm going to answer a lot of questions that you guys may have had about owning the Honda Civic Type R maintenance wise. So this video should be helpful to anyone that's thinking about purchasing a FL5 Type R, and for anybody that already owns one but doesn't know how to properly maintain it. So what my whole idea is I'm going to go to the Honda dealership where I purchased my Type R, that's Southeastern Honda. We're gonna head over there and talk to one of the mechanics and hear directly from the horse's mouth how you're supposed to maintain one of these cars. So I'm sure this information will be helpful also to people that own like the Acura Integra Type S. Shout out to anyone that owns the Acura Integra Type S. Those are amazing cars, just like the Honda Civic Type R. Like, I know we have our back and forth and we crack jokes and stuff a lot, but it's all in good fun. Got love for both cars and got love for the whole community. So Honda Acura gang, all one love, you know, got love for all of you. Now, with that being said, also, I'd like to say shout out to our crew, the MOC, and we got Q to Chaotic, we got Blueprint One Elite, we got 100 Gang Nate, and of course ourselves, Race Car Friends. And then, you know, we got our affiliates and associates and other YouTubers that we kick it with. You know, that we got like Mod to Fame, we got Will Motivation, Demonology, Can I Be Frank? So there's a couple other people that we talk to on a regular basis that I want to, you know, send a shout out to them too. And look out for the MOC team up in Miami. We got something major coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's head out to the dealership and hear directly from a Honda mechanic how you're supposed to maintain one of these cars. And one of the things I really want to know is how soon should you do your break-in oil change on this car? Like on the Honda Civic Type R, I want to know how soon should you do the break-in oil change. So here we're going to focus on that. So let's head on out and hear what they have to say. And look, for all of you that, you know, you're not ready to get your Type R yet, this dealership, they got a bunch of Civic Sports, and a bunch of, they got the red, they got the grays, they got the silvers, they got the blacks. Like, I think they have the base models. I think I even saw a couple SIs. Oh, that's a Touring right there. Like, that red one's a Touring. These looks like a couple base ones. Like, they got it. They got like huge inventory, man. And they got a couple Type R's coming too, so that's pretty awesome. Crazy. And for all of you with families, you got kids and stuff like that, they got Honda Pilots, they got the Trail Sport here, they got Honda Ridgelines. Like, man, they got a little bit of everything. Like, I'm shocked that, you know, this dealership has this much inventory, because you know, lately a lot of the Honda dealerships that I've been going to, they haven't had that much inventory, but this one is doing pretty good. So yeah, they got a couple Civic Sports and Tourings and a little bit of everything, really. So yeah, you guys come out to Southeastern Honda and tell them the Race Car Friends sent you. They might give you guys like a little bit of a discount. So this is the 2024 model year I was telling you guys about just now. This one is the sale here. All right, it's Southeastern Honda out here in, I think it's either Palm Bay or Melbourne, but just look up, you know, you can see it, Southeastern Honda right there. So yeah, this is another Boost Blue 2024 model year that they have here. It is beautiful, and obviously it's a little bit newer than mine, but you know, same thing, man. Very amazing car. So if you guys want like a great deal, like they give you the most value for your trades here. So this is definitely the dealership to get it if you have a trade. If you have a trade and you want to get into a Type R and you want to get the most value for your trade, Southeastern Honda, that's where you got to go. All right, so one of my questions that I want to definitely ask the mechanic is, what type of oil should we use on the FL5 Type R in places like Florida where it's hot? So I know Honda recommends one thing, but what I want to do is switch to 5W30. So yeah, so I guess Honda recommends OW20. That's what they've got going here. You know, I'd like to run 5W30, so that'll be one of the questions that we'll be asking the mechanic and see what he has to say. All right, so we finally have a source that we can rely on here. We have Bill over here at Southeastern Hondas. What's up, Bill?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right. So my first question is, right? Oh man, just as we start. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna keep it rolling. All right. So my first question is, with 2023, 2024, the FL5 Honda Civic Type R, how soon should we do our first oil change? Because I know normally, me personally in the past, like whenever I'd get cars, I'll do an oil change at like 800 miles, 1,000 miles. But what's recommended? Like what interval should we do our first oil change on these cars?
Okay, well, your first oil change, if you go by the maintenance minder, which is programmed into these new cars, around 15%, you want to do your first oil change.
Okay, so at 15%.
At 15%.
Right.
Now, if you preferably want to change it sooner, I personally wouldn't do anything probably before 5,000 miles. Just for the instance, you want the engine to run on the original oil that was in there.
Right.
Because when they assemble the motors, they use like a moly grease to help coat all the bearings and everything inside of it.
Oh, a moly grease. That's the first time I've ever heard that term.
So what it is the engine oil is going to go through, help wear out and clean out all that moly grease for the first initial oil change.
Oh, so if you get rid of the original oil, it may gunk up over time.
It's a possibility. I've never seen it happen,
right?
But anything is possible. But that's my personal thing, is I wouldn't do anything before 5,000.
Got it. So okay, so and then after 5,000, right? I was thinking about, because you know we're here in Florida and it's warmer, and I know the manufacturer suggests 0W20 oil on here. So what if I wanted to run like a 5W30? Like how do you think the engine will respond to that?
I personally would just run whatever the manufacturer's calling for is the 020.
Right.
If that's something you want to do to go up a little bit, I don't think it's going to cause any damage, but I can't be held for that one because I really don't know.
Right.
I personally, with any of the newer cars, I've always ran the 020 exactly what they've called for.
And you haven't had any issues?
I haven't had any issues with any of our motors lately in a long time.
Okay. So that says a lot for Honda reliability.
Yes.
All right. So that's one thing to know. Now, is there, actually, no, before I ask you that question, I also noticed that these tires here, or these wheels, it looks like there's no sensor on them. There's no sensor on these Type R tires. So how would you know, like, if your tire is low or something? Will it still, without having a tire sensor, will it still alert you if you have like low pressure in one of your tires?
Yes. What that's going to do is, how the new system works is, without a sensor in it, it's going to work off your ABS system, work off on your individual wheel sensors that are all the way around the car. Okay. What that's going to do is measure the speed to each wheel.
Wow.
So if one of your tires is getting, say, 3 to 5 pounds lower than what the normal tire pressure needs to be, the tire's going to go a little slower. Right. So if it's going to go a little slower, then the computer's going to turn the light on. Got it. And say that you got a low tire.
Got it. Okay. And what's the optimal tire pressure for these cars here, for the FL5s?
The factory calls for 35 in the front and 33 in the rear.
Oh wow, 33 in the rear, 35 in the front?
Yes, sir.
Got it. Okay. I'm guessing because the engine is up front.
Yep, a little bit more weight.
You're right. All right. So my last question is there anything specific that you know about these FL5 Type Rs that you should do maintenance-wise to keep it running smoothly?
Well, on all maintenance for pretty much any cars, you want to make sure you change your oil when you're supposed to, because that's the lifeblood of the engine. Right. Depending on how you drive and your driving habits, you want to make sure you change out the fluid for your manual transmission when the car tells you. It will tell you that in your service interval. Okay, so it'll pop up on the... Yeah, you'll have different numbers that'll come up. You'll either, a B1 is your normal oil change, and then different numbers will come up. Okay. If you look on the screen and go into your settings to the vehicle, and when it comes up to your maintenance, which is usually on the very bottom, it will tell you what is due. So it'll say anything from your engine air filter to your manual transmission to your brake fluid to your coolant, and including your spark plugs. Wow, seriously? Yep, it will all come up whenever the computer's calculated, basically whenever the computer calculates to tell you when it's needed to be done.
Yeah, I didn't realize the system was that smart, man. It's like a cheat code when you think of the older cars. Like
big time. Yeah, back in the day, it was 30,000 miles for the transmission service,
right?
45,000 miles for coolant. Time-wise for brake fluid, it was like 2 years, and I forget what the mileage is off the top of my head.
Right.
But now all the computer is going to tell you what you got to do.
I'm sure it makes your life a lot easier too.
Yes, it does. It helps us a lot, because when a customer comes in, we can say, hey, you're at 36,000 miles on there, and your car is now calling that the transmission needs to be serviced.
Right. That's amazing, man. All right, so guys, listen, you heard it all here, man. He gave you what you need to know to keep these cars running good. And basically what I've gathered is that most Hondas are really, really reliable now. So, and that's coming from mechanics, because mechanics don't lie. If your car is garbage, like the mechanics will let you know, like, yeah, I don't like those cars, So you pretty much say like these are pretty reliable.
Yeah, I haven't had any personally major problems that I've seen with the Type Rs.
Right.
Unless you soup it up and do something with the computer and miss a downshift or anything like that. Anything can happen.
Right.
But other than that, I really haven't seen anything major with these.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yo, man, I thank you so much for your time, Bill, man. You were a great help. And I hope this helps all of you in the Honda community. If you're thinking about getting the FL5 Type R, I recommend you come over here to Southeastern Honda in Palm Bay. And if you plan on getting one of these, you just heard everything you need to do to keep your car running smooth. So hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope you guys get you a new Honda Civic Type R, and also the Acura Integra Type S. It's practically the same car. Yeah, man. But that's it for this one. Race car friends out. We got a FK8 rolling up, yo. So Type R Central. We got a FK8 rolling up, and yeah, we got our FL5 right here. You want to do a dig real quick?
You want to do a dig or a roll?
We'll do a dig.
They said it don't matter.
All right, I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 3.
All right, hold on. Go for it.
3, 2, 1.